Good God evening. I pray that your day is going well. I wanted to make sure I do this particular lunch quote dinner, if you want to say that. But let's start out with first. You saw on the picture there that I chose this particular type of chicken salad that I'm going to use to make and hope that you will consider it too. This is a good brand. I like it. What I do is I take a full bottle of clean water, which we know none of it is really clean, and I take it and I let it rinse with that in a strainer. And then I pour it in my bowl, which you can see that I pretty much had already prepared so far, as you can see. And so I put those in there, and I use 2 cans, what I usually use, 2 cans. I'm sharing this today, and I pray my son look at it because he wants to start cooking for himself. And so I decided to go ahead and make this video to hopefully he will, maybe we can do a video together and make some more. I'm chopping up right now so you can see some things that we can do as singles. And so in this particular chicken salad, I've already put probably about maybe about this big, for my uh, mayonnaise that I use in it. And I use this type of mayo in there. I've already told you I use Hellman's, okay? And then I also use the sandwich bread. And this one I'm not crazy about. They don't make them like we was making them with in the 70s or 80s. I tolerate it anyway. And then I put about a tablespoon of mustard, any brand you like, mustard. About a tablespoon. I'll put a lot of mustard in mine. I don't put relish either, but I like to put garlic. I love garlic. I put the garlic in there. What else I put in there? Okay, of course, 4 eggs. I'm gonna be cutting those up shortly. And I put the real garlic in there as well. The fresh garlic. I put the fresh garlic in there. So I've already got one cut up. So I'm gonna finish it up. You see, and put that in there along with the minced garlic. And and then I'm gonna be, of course, cutting up my eggs in here in a minute. Now remember, I'm not a cook, but I wanted to share with you, especially if you're single. This is something that we can do. I'm gonna finish up my chicken salad. I also put in some of that, what you call the red bell pepper. I think I finished cutting it up already. Let's see. Yeah, I did. But the red bell pepper, I cut it. It's a very little piece in there because it does something, gives some kind of flavor to the food. Anyway, I'm gonna do my eggs and that, and I've already got my eggs ready. You see, I'm putting at least 4 eggs in here. All right, because I love my chicken salad to have a lot of eggs in. I want to get to the other part of the dinner that I believe that singles can do. Because we don't have to have a whole lot of food. I'm gonna take a little trick really quick before I do about the 4 eggs. I boil however many eggs I think I'm gonna use for the week, and I boil them, and then I put them in the refrigerator, and I put boiled on there. You see, so therefore I'm ready if I want to eat one for breakfast or lunch or snack. They're already ready. So that's for the week. And they last about a good week. You don't want to do too many because they start going old or bad. But anyway, I have my eggs ready, and then I put those in there, and these are the seasonings that I put in that uh, chicken salad. Of course, I do the same thing. Cilantro leaves. Cilantro leaves. We put those in there. And I put slap your mama. Okay, I put that in there. This is my chicken salad I'm talking about right now. Okay, I put a little, I don't like to use salt. I put a little lemon and pepper, okay, in there. Now remember, I told y'all, some of y'all told me y'all been going to the Dollar Tree getting the seasons there. It's cheaper, of course. And then garlic powder, put in there. I always gonna put in my chicken salad. I've already told you what I cut up and put in there already. Onion powder. Okay, get out of the bottle. Okay, onion powder. And then I put a little of this here cilantro lime in there as well. You can get that at Dollar Tree as well. I'll just put this in there. And then I put basil leaves. Basil, I don't know what, but basil does a whole lot to your food as well as the cilantro. And of course, Louisiana girl, I will put the cayenne pepper. Okay. And I may put, I ain't gonna put too much in this, so I don't want to be too spicy. But I put just a little of that, maybe like a teaspoon in there. And what else? I think that is it. That I will make and mix up. And if I get time, I'll show you how it looks. All I can tell you, I know is good. I don't like a lot of mayo because I don't like mine all soupy. But I want you to know that I stopped going to HEB, even though they have wonderful chicken salad. I decided to make my own. Sometimes I'll boil chicken or whatever and make my own. But I like this one right here by Swanson. Now, let me tell you my other part of my dinner really quick. I think that singles we can do. This is a part that I really love to do. And I don't have to turn the oven on. I take a bowl that's big enough for my potato. But look how big this potato is. This is a sweet potato. Can you see it? So you can see I've already got holes punched in it because what I did is I had to punch it with the fork to make sure it's done. So I put it in the microwave. You see this in a regular bowl. And I put the water like halfway on the potato, and then if you got it on your microwave, you should have potato on your microwave. And I put that on for maybe like 10 minutes. And then I wait and I come back and I put it on another 10 minutes. Now it's all gonna be dependent on how big your potato is. But this is a pretty large potato, as you can see. So that means I can eat half of this today and half tomorrow. I'm single. I'm trying to get some of this weight off, so I'm not gonna be eating this whole potato like some would. Okay, that's basically it. Now I also have that I'm hoping my son gonna look at the video and pay attention because he's telling me, Mom, I need to start cooking. So that's right, because this food is expensive. You gotta get you some meals together. So in my wonderful crock that I told y'all about, okay, not my not crock pot, my went out of my head, my I forgot the name on it. But anyway, I'll come back with it. But I want to make sure you all know that this is the other part that I cook. Can you see that? The broccoli looks so fresh and ready. Let me tell you what I put in there. I took the vegetable broth, okay, the vegetable broth, and I put it at the bottom of the pan with the onions and the red bell pepper. And then I took the minced garlic, and then I took this. After I poured the broccoli in it, I put this in there. I always cook my broccoli with this. Can you see that? There's no special kind. You can just get you some apple cider vinegar. And then I pour maybe like a tablespoon of that. You need to get you some measuring tools because I really can't cook. So I have to buy measuring tools. You see that? Tablespoon, a whole different cup, measuring cup. But so in there, along with that, I put a hat. You see that? It says half. They have a measurement on here. A half a tablespoon of real butter in there. And I let that steam with the broth and the apple cider vinegar and a little cayenne pepper and all the seasonings that I just showed you. I put them on my broccoli and let it steam for about 10 or 15 minutes. Depends on how soft you like yours. But anyway, I gotta go. I pray that you would try this and be sure to use this brand, not the one that says the dark and white, but only the white chicken. I gotta go. I know it's gonna be good because I asked God. You can see I'm cooking in my prayer shawl, so I'm trusting the Lord that it's gonna be good. Talk to y'all later. I gotta go.